Welcome back. Do you know someone who has been the victim of a financial scam? Well, according to an AARP report in 2023 that used data from the FBI and others, an estimated $28.3 billion is lost in scams every year. Now, today I am joined by investment advisor Brian Myro, who works with retirees every day in his financial planning firm. Brian, can you start by telling us why senior citizens are often targeted by scammers?
Well, happy to be here today, Nicole. Seniors are targeted for several reasons. They often have significant savings, they own their own homes, and they have good credit, and this makes them an attractive target. And additionally, some may be more trusting and less tech savvy, which also makes it easier for scammers to deceive them. While working with retirement age clients, I have heard just about every type of financial scam out there, but there's always new ones popping up, and it's almost impossible to keep up with all of them. In fact, I had one client just last week call me and told me they were a victim and lost $70,000 from their checking account.
Oh, that's awful. Well, what are some common scams that target senior citizens?
Well, there's a lot of them out there. There's telemarketing scams and phone scams, and this is where fraudsters, they pose as legitimate businesses or government officials, and there's investment scams also are very common out here, and these promise you high returns with little risk. And there's scams that involve fake charities, especially after there's a natural disaster. And then there's also Medicare fraud, where scammers often fake services to gain personal information. You got to watch out for sweepstakes scams, wanting you to claim your winnings, and especially the ones to look out for where you got to send money in to get your winnings. And scammers are also now using AI to clone the voices of their friends and family, and it makes it sound like there's a loved one that's out there in trouble.
Well, what signs should seniors look out for to recognize a scam?
Well, seniors should be aware of unsolicited calls, emails, or letters asking for personal information or money. You got to watch out for high pressure tactics where they request for payment via wire transfer or sending in gift cards and promising large sums of money in exchange for these upfront fees. These are all red flags, and you want to pay attention to them. It's also crucial to verify the legitimacy of the request before taking any action. When it comes to anything to do with your finances or your investments, you should be skeptical and not afraid to ask friends or family before giving out any personal information. And remember that if something's too good to be true, it probably is. And if you think someone is being impersonated on the phone, just hang up the phone and call that person's number and see if it's them. You should never be embarrassed to ask for help. Just remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
So what should someone do if they were already part of a scam?
Well, first thing you need to do is report it to the authorities. Yeah, you can report the scam to local law enforcement, like your police department or sheriff's office, especially if you lost money or property or had your identity compromised. You can also report the scam to the Federal Trade Commission online, and that website's reportfraud.ftc.gov. And you should contact your bank or your credit card immediately if you paid for anything. You want to change your password if you were scammed online, and you may have to place a freeze on your credit if your identity was stolen. That's probably one of the most important things you can do. And you may even have to consult a lawyer and try to recover any money that's lost to fraud.
Well, Brian, how does your job of retirement and investment planning tie into helping people be aware of senior citizen scams?
Well, Nicole, retirement planning and protecting yourself against senior citizen scams, these go hand in hand because both of them aim to secure a stable and worry-free future for seniors. Effective retirement planning ensures that seniors have the financial resources that they need to live comfortably. And while protecting against scams, safeguards for your hard-earned resources, and you want to protect these from fraudsters. By integrating scam awareness into retirement planning, seniors can make informed decisions, and they can reduce their risk of financial loss and maintain their financial independence throughout their retirement years. You just want to have an intentional awareness that there's many folks out there that are trying to make a living by taking other folks' possessions. And you always, always, always verify who you're talking to and what they're asking for. And remember, if it's something's really good today, it's probably going to be really good tomorrow. You want to sleep on it. Now, one tool that we use in the retirement planning side is what we call a retirement analyzer. And today, Nicole, we're offering a free retirement analysis for any one of our viewers. In the retirement analysis, we can answer that big question of, do you have enough? Which we get asked all the time. Do you have enough to consider retiring? And are you going to have enough money? Or if you're already retired, it's going to answer that question. Is your money going to last as long as you do? And we're also offering a free complimentary copy of my book titled Smart Money for the Backside of Life today, Nicole. And in my book, I discuss many different aspects of retirement that folks deal with in retirement.
All right, all you have to do is text RETIRE to 915-233-2904 for your free retirement analysis. You can also set a visit to receive a copy of Brian's new book. Brian, thank you as always.
Nicole, thanks for having me.